Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj, for your wonderful class. Regarding the topic of Bhagavad Marg versus Pancharatrika, yesterday I was overhearing a discussion between two devotees, and one was saying, regarding the temple program, the morning program. So one was saying that it's all Pancharatrika with a pocket or with Bhagavad Marg inside it.
Okay.
And another was saying, no, Pancharatrika ends where the altar ends, and what everyone else is doing in the temple is Bhagavad Marg. And this has a lot of implications in terms of so many things, because there's rules for, or lack of, in one and the other. So what is your opinion?
Well, we see that Lord Chaitanya's movement puts an emphasis upon Kirtan, obviously, because it's following here the Bhagavatam, and the Bhagavatam is putting an emphasis on Kirtan also, even though it's deity worship in 11th canto, etc. So we do have 5 elements of important main elements of bhakti, mentioned by Rupa Goswami. One is the Kirtan, there's Shravanam, hearing like Bhagavatam. Now there's deity worship, and Sadhu Sangha, of course, and living in the Dham. So the 5 elements there. And generally, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas do all 5, or expanding that, we get the 64, but some elements of all 5 we do. So we don't reject any of the elements. But there is an emphasis upon the Kirtan. That's the, as Yoga Dharma and whatever. And we see, for instance, in Bhakti Sundarbha Jiva Goswami also says, yes, this is the main process, and all the others support that process. So we chant the name of the Lord, that's our main process, and therefore it's our main sadhana. And then we have these things like seeing the deity, seeing the worship of the deity, Mangalarti, etc. This isn't deity, this is a form of bhakti also. And that supports name. Why? Because some of us, we chant the name of Krishna and we can't think of anything. Oh, what is Krishna? What is it? Anyway, so you have a nice form of Krishna, so that's Krishna. We can directly associate the name Krishna with the deity Krishna. So therefore often we see that exalted souls also, they're chanting the name of the Lord, but they're doing it in front of the deity. So we have our Goswamis and others, they had deities also. So the two are the same. One is non-different from the other. Deity of Krishna is non-different from the Kirtan of Krishna. And for sadhakas, of course, very, very, helpful for them, so that the name of Krishna doesn't become some abstraction, whatever, which it tends to be, just some sort of sound, some sound in your brain. But actually, Krishna's a person, and so seeing the form of the Lord in the deity is helpful. So we mix elements of deity worship in there. So, of course, along with the deity worship, we do Kirtan. We do Kirtan all the time, along with the arti, etc., etc. And then, what is this? Shravanam, we're hearing. What are we hearing about? We're hearing about Krishna. So that's also not Archana as such. So Archana is there, but it's one element, and we do have the other elements as well. But as far as our sadhana is concerned, then a major element of our sadhana is also chanting Hare Krishna mantra. And we do our japa, 16 rounds, etc. So they're all there, but there's prominence given to the process of kirtan, and the power of kirtan is which we can say gives life to everything else we do. If we don't do that, then even the deity worship is not perfect. Or the sravana is not perfect. Nothing is perfect without the kirtan.
Try to make a quick question. What we should refer when we chant Rama, the name Rama?
Yeah. Well, that's explained. I think Gopal Guru has Goswami. He has a little explanation. So Rama means one who gives pleasure. So who gives pleasure to Radha is Krishna. So it's again Krishna for us. Of course, other people might take it as Ramchandra or whatever, but then they have to take Hare not as Radha. They have to take it as Sita, I guess, in that case. But anyway, we take it as another name of Krishna, like Radha Ramana, like that. So Rama means Krishna there. I think we have to end now. Hare Krishna.